I'm here with Ehren Foss, founder of Prelude Interactive. And Ehren, you're the data guy. You're working in data, you're working with complex systems, developing solutions for people to really make the most of the information they have at their fingertips. And I wanted to start off by asking you, how powerful is data for nonprofit organizations, and what's the potential there for using the information they have to really do great things?
Data is incredibly powerful for any organization. I think the Industrial Revolution, you go back 200 years and you can find that every time there's an innovation in how people can collect and act on information, there's another innovation in how they're able to perform and that kind of thing. So data has amazing potential. What I find in my work is that it's the things that people are struggling with non-technologically with their organizations, putting two organizations together, or you have this group doing this thing and they think about it differently and that creates friction. Like, all those things are actually expressed at the data layer. When we're looking to integrate, two systems together for a nonprofit, you can really see the old organization and the new one and the friction between those fields and those objects and that kind of thing. It's really becoming part of the infrastructure. It's a computing infrastructure. It's as important as our power grid, as the water system, all that stuff. And it's really maturing quickly.
So, what are a couple tips you have? So, like you were saying before, it's intimidating. There's so much out there. Where do you even start? How do you even begin? Who has the time in the day? What are a couple tips you have for organizations to use their data well, to recognize the potential they're sitting on, and to be able to take action and do something with it?
I would say, it's a little tongue-in-cheek, but I would find a disaffected PhD student who is really good with statistics. Either they are a statistics PhD, or they're doing research and thesis isn't going so well. They really want an outlet where they can make an impact. Not that people at nonprofits don't have the ability to develop these skills, but it really gets very tricky. I see a lot that people confuse correlation with causation. They say, like, oh, we got more donor dollars because we did this. No, you got more donor dollars because you got lucky, or the economy picked up, or 100 other factors. You don't really know what it was. And so I think having an expert, and wherever you find them, I just mentioned the grad student because they might be motivated to, might have more time on their hands perhaps, but it is very tricky and it's easy to come to the wrong conclusions.
So what do you think we're going to see in the next few years that's really going to positively impact this community?
I think the paradigm of, Rachel was talking about openness before, being open as a social media person. Openness in technology is also an incredibly powerful paradigm, and I think, and I hope it's here to stay. I think that Twitter's success in a large degree is owed to the fact that they were completely open, from a philosophical standpoint, from the way that the network grows. Like, you don't have to have a bidirectional relationship, you can just follow whoever you want, down to the API, which has enabled all sorts of crazy tools to blossom. And a lot of people are doing so much with such a deceptively simple tool that it's really gone amazing. And so every new service that comes out is thinking about an API. Aardvark is thinking about an API. Foursquare has an API. Gowalla, like, everybody, it's now something you have to have in order to get your technology community to respect you, and in order to get a foothold in the marketplace. Because if you don't let developers make cool stuff with your thing, then nobody's going to use it because it's not going to get in all the nook and crannies out there. So I think in 5 years, I think that will continue to take over the industry. I think you will see, a lot of walled gardens start to fall down. People will demand more. Well, hey, I can get into the Twitter API. Why can't I get my donor records out as a CSV file whenever I want?
Right.
Or why can't I pick and choose the fields that I get? I think there's going to be more demand on, kind of the older mainframe type folks to deliver that. And I think that will just increase the power of what people are able to do